I don't think there's anything I can present to him. Look at the blue badger being a weirdo back there. So I'll examine... I guess that's the chief detective then. Hello, sir.
Huh, what exactly did the chief of police want you to do?
Oh my god, the music. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here?
Of course not. Well, except for this.
What? You kept something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete.
A lost item?
What did he lose? Yeah, I kind of want to look at that. Get the details. 221, of course. Bruce Goodman, ID, he didn't even get to write it out. And he didn't get to write the item lost. So it's really no help. Sir, your music is still playing, and I am still a bit terrified of you. Is there anything else, now that I know what you were talking to him about? Okay, permission granted. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I've been asking you to tell me everything this whole time. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Oh god, not this again. Speak! No, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. What? Righto, please! Do I look like a selfish man? I don't know. You're orange, though. Your face matches your coat. Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. Now $55, that's just out of the question. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content, knock yourself out.
Okay. It just goes to show you never know till you ask.
And for you here, you can borrow this. He's being awfully helpful. I don't know, I feel like this is all a game to him. Or a swim match. But this is the most evil music. And his name.
Yes, sir, it's an honor.
You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Right. And then he just disapparated.
Heh, it looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID.
You seem happy.
Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir.
I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Alright, so we get to finally go investigate the scene of the crime. I wish I could just go directly there, but I gotta make steps along the way, cause the game is kind of an asshole sometimes about that kind of thing, but I'm gonna go and it's gonna be fun. So, what the fuck was that? Stop! Damn it, and then you go, I accidentally go backwards. What do I just do? Examine the door again to go in? Cool.
Let's just walk in. It won't open. What the hell?
The card reader is turned off, see?
What is that security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambino skies so gray? Why did it really need question marks, as if we didn't know who it was? Officer Marshall. Somehow I knew. Somehow. What's that somehow I knew to look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene.
Yeehaw. That card you got there on your chest. Don't be looking at her chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting. Okay. Good, let's head on in and you stay out here, please. No, I don't wanna. Good, you can head along. Go mosey on down, little doggy. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Does the game want me to talk to him anyway, though? I feel like I'm supposed to talk to him. Oh boy. At least this music isn't terrifying, it's just annoying.
I was wondering if we could talk to you.
Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the whole wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading a six-shooter, I say a little prayer. What the fuck was that? Did he just fart? It sounded like a fart. I think he was just too hungry to talk. Or that was his stomach. It was weird. I guess that's what it was. It sounded like he farted. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking. Okay. Well, we got one more option, though.
I was wondering if we could talk to you.
No? Okay. And there that is. Yeah, look at that. I guess it's stomach grumbling. It was just really weird to hear it out of nowhere. Game, you know what? Fuck you sometimes. You're like, oh no, I'm not going to talk to you. But you give me the option to talk to him anyway, and then the talking produces nothing. Why am I selecting move? So you really just fucked with me right there and wasted my time. How dare you? Yeah, uh-huh. Yep. Alright, let's go. Okay, yes! Now, well, is it in the move options now? Well, god damn it. And I accidentally clicked that, but I didn't even take the time. Game, you fucked with me there. You really you did that on purpose. You made that as convoluted and complicated as possible. Just to mess with me. You bastards. I went to there accidentally, but I didn't think to look at it because it was always examined before that. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue.
Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me.
Wasn't really trying to. Oh, hi.
Eek!
What? Handcuffs on that door.
Thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So was it true what I heard? Why are we flashing back? This was like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, you can get $50 from Gant. It's true. It's true what they say. You can get 50 whole dollars. I knew it! I knew that's what he was talking about. I was pretty much joking, but that's how it always is with this entire game. I'm mostly joking, but also a tad bit serious, and I end up being right. Oh man. Even me? I can get $50? I can buy like 5 steaks or something. I don't know.
That's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today?
Boss for a day.
Well, guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans. Okay. Do we have 3 pages of evidence now? Yeah. Alright, tells me nothing yet. So let's just talk.
So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day.
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
I guess that's us. They're using our findings from yesterday's investigation to prepare for the trial. In other words, Detective Gumshoe got kicked out of the investigation again. Oh, that's really sad. They told him he was boss for the day to get him to go away. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. And in my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I am a detective after all. Now give me a locker that only I can open, pal. Edgeworth first. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. Oh, that was him. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. You know the one, you don't have to question it. Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident. What does that have to do with... I mean, I guess he was involved in that one too. Was it really? Maybe we can get him to tell us more, but yeah, please. This place is more high-tech than you think. Every lock is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using this ID card. Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yes, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. You can absolutely lose your right hand. That's much harder to do. It generally involves a sharp instrument and another person, but you can do it. I guess it's not technically, losing it in the same sense, but it still is. It's still losing your hand.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
Handles.
On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, you get a shock.
Huh.
You get a shock. Is that somehow related to anything? Ooh! Ooh! Bandaged hands. 2 people with bandaged hands. Probably wouldn't be Lana's because her bandage was very small, but Meekin's entire hand was wrapped in a bandage. So he probably touched one of the lockers for some reason, and his hand got burnt. It's not just a shock. Apparently it legit fucks your hand up. That's why Meekin's is bandaged. There's even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Uh-huh. And that's why he touched the locker. Boom. Well, that's all of that, I guess. Presenting or examining. There's a lot of stuff in here to look at. I think I'll present first. We wanted to know more about SL9. So... this again? Or the knife? Yeah. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Okay. Okay, another talking point. Fine then. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder. It's always a murder. A serial killing. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. Or apparently an innocent guy.
This was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right on the spotlight. And started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence, which I don't think are rumors at all. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see?
So. That switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. No, that was Phoenix. So he was getting rid of evidence from that case. Oh! There was nothing else that I could really do in the records room, so I came back out here. This is for Mr. Marshall. So, okay. Because they talked about it earlier with Gumster, so I just thought that... whatever. But yeah. This is actually for him. So that'll get him to talk. Okay, I just thought he didn't want to talk. That reminds you of Texas? What? Where else would he be from? No, I just saw... oh, well, fucking Jesus. So he's a poser. Your baby? Are you two actually together? What? What's happening? What the fuck? Is it a code? To get you to talk to us? What the hell just happened? What the fuck? Apparently it's something deeper that we don't know, and I don't think I really want to know. He's willing to talk. Okay, well I guess I can talk to him now. A guard office.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right?
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Oh, that poor little doggy. Poor guy kept getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. I get it, though. He's Meek. Ha ha ha, and you're a Marshall. Is all really clever stuff. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know.
So what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy, which is a car, I assume. Or a motorcycle. It's not a horse. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take the machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Sure.
Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway?
I guess if you go talk to Gumshoe first, they do not update this dialogue because we already know that it was serial killing. There are some things you're better off not knowing. I already know. Well, anyway. The day of our case. Once again, really heavily influenced from Case 4. A case from the past. It's dead as of the day of the crime, except now it actually is dead. It's too late. The last one we got just in time. Another one, maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Alright, I get it. Stewed vegetables with your steak is bad. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Yeah, I've already been in there. Card reader leaves a record of every ID card passed through. Oh, okay. Oh, there's, So Goodman officially was here, 514.
So then how?
So I thought that if he was stabbed here and then went there, he had to have been stabbed here earlier, but he was clearly here at 514. So how did he go from here to there, and was still there around 5:15? What the fuck? But there was somebody else at 5:14 too. I guess that's Meekins. Who were the people here before that, or did they matter? Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before.
Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is dead. I'll present Goodman's ID to him after I ask about transferal. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence. Okay, so he wasn't like trashing it, they were moving it. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the... So it wasn't, it wasn't like statute of limitations, it was just dead, as in it was being moved. So it's not exactly the same, but it's a similar concept. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal's like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Although, since it was technically solved and then closed, maybe it's different, I don't know. Never to be reopened again. Oh, see? Is there... Can you have an exception to that, or is that official? Shit. I guess it's closed then. So is there really a point to you guys investigating other than just, like, to clear your conscience, to find out the truth? I don't know. Oh yeah, here. There's a connection. Look at the number.
See this? This is the victim's ID card.
Oh, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this... 5842189.
Officer Marshall, show us the ID number on that ID card record.
5842189.
Look, it's a perfect match.
It was used at 5:14 right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? So yeah, he's the one who came in after. And he pulled a knife. For some reason. I don't know. That's what I just asked. I'm really not sure. I guess I can give you this ID card. So he had it at that time. He was here before he went to the prosecutor's office. I think. Maybe I should show this list to other people. Alright, well, I guess that gives me the next thing to give to Gumshoe. I just did things in a little bit backwards order, but that's fine. Spice things up a little bit.